morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lee Chappie, and we're going to be here to talk about Leicester versus Brighton FA Cup. We're going to try and predict the bloody team again. Weeks is here with me as well. Hello, Wixie. Good morning. How are you?
I'm all right, man. I've enjoyed seeing the snow come down. Can't wait to get in it, to be honest with you.
Yes, absolutely chaos outside. It looks like there's about 2-3 inches in my back garden, so we could probably build a snowman, me and James, because we're both in at the minute. Mrs. is at work and Paige is at nursery, so have a daddy-son snowball fight as well. Maybe that will happen after this show. Leicester take on Brighton in the FA Cup tomorrow night in the 5th round. It's a 7:30 kickoff. We're going to be live here on the watch along. Link is in the pinned chat already. Please click that and hit the like button on that video and join us from about, I think we're going live about 7:10 tomorrow. We should probably hear from Weeksy as well tomorrow evening as well on the show. Leicester have been unbeaten against Brighton in the last 7 fixtures, I think, with 5 wins and 2 draws. Winksy, so got very good stats against them. What can you say about Brighton? They've had some good wins recently though, against Liverpool, against Spurs.
I think in some ways they're a love-hate team. I think they're a love team because they beat Liverpool, and I think they're probably a massive reason for the fall of Liverpool. And you got to love them for that, but at the same time, there's specific players in their team that you're not going to enjoy. One of them being Morpay, that I said off before we went live. Yeah. I really don't like the guy, but he's a good player. So
yeah. They've got some players that we were just talking off air as well that we've not really seen for them, which is Lallana and Welbeck, 2 massive named players actually. And I'm surprised we're not seeing more of them. But again, they are the kind of sick note players that big clubs just wanted to get rid of. LCFC Gray's in the chat. Welcome to the show, guys. Make sure you get your comments in. We're going to try and get the squad lineup together again, boys. We're doing so well. To be fair, it's always either bang on or it's a player off. We're doing very well. With no news really updating on any other place other than Castagna, who's still out for about 10 days, with a return in Ndidi and a Jamie Vardy who's returned to obviously match fitness, but probably not going to play a full game. It's going to be tough to pick who's going up top, Winks. Shall we get straight into this?
Go on, let's go.
Let's go. Right, so would you play Danny Ward in goal and give him a run out?
I think we might see an appearance. I think we will. I think
we're going to see Danny Ward tomorrow. I've got a feeling. We're going to see Danny Ward. Boys. Yeah. To be fair, when he gets his chance, he doesn't waste it. He's a very good keeper. As a backup keeper, he's a very good keeper. I know he must know that he's never going to obviously replace Kasper Schmeichel in the Premier League, but he's there when needed. Let's see what people say in the chat. That's the most important part. LCFC guys, I think will brighten in for Perez and Natural up top again. Let's work from the back though first. LCFC great. Who's going in goal? Is it Ward or Schmeichel? A lot of people are saying Danny Ward. I think Danny Ward too. I think we should rest Kasper Schmeichel. We've got European football coming up as well. Don't forget that.
Last thing you want is him getting injured.
Yeah, I'm looking at the fixtures now because we've got Liverpool at the weekend at early kickoff, which we're going to be live for as well. Don't forget on the channel. That will be live from 12 o'clock in the afternoon, bang on lunchtime. So I think he'll be resting Kasper for that game. I feel Danny Ward will make the cut for tomorrow's game against. Yeah, so let's stick Danny Ward in the sticks for now. I know it's your show; you guys get to vote, but I always pick one player, and I'm going with Danny Ward as my gut instinct is Danny Ward in goal. So there's my pick, regardless of what anyone says. That's my pick. Winks, I always let you have a pick as well, so we might as well get our picks out of the way first.
I'm really struggling with this one because there's not really a player in this team after now, but I really want to say he's going to start because of your guys' injuries. I think anything could happen. If you play a really strong team, you could have about 50% of those players get injured. It's just the way that you guys seem to have it at the minute. So I'm gonna say I think James Justin will start again. I really do.
My mouse was always hovering over James Justin because I knew that's who you were going to say.
I love him. He's my favourite player in the league at the minute, and that's coming from a United fan. So
fair enough.
I think he's brilliant. Honestly, I'd love to see him at United, and I think he's brilliant. He's just the classic fullback, the modern fullback that everyone wants.
Someone else has suggested James Justin right back and Luke Thomas left back. That could happen because Castagna is out, but I think we're going to see Ricardo again, aren't we? How good he was.
See, that's the thing. When you mention Luke Thomas, I was like, he could start. This could be the game he starts, and I think he had a really good game last time he started in the FA Cup.
He did.
So
I
it's
think you
tricky.
start it. Yeah, it's going to be tough because you've got to play. You've got to give Ricardo some fitness running now. You know, he's only just coming back, so you've got to give him some games. Do you go Ricardo on the right and Justin on the left? You go Justin on the right and Luke Thomas on the left. That's the problem. So let's throw that out in the chat now. Let's get those players' graphics up on screen. We've got Ricardo and we've got Luke Thomas. So do we have Ricardo on the right or do we go Luke Thomas on the left and James Justin on the right? Where do we go? Let's see what people
see.
What you reckon that one? Justin left, Pereira right.
No, Thomas. I think Thomas is going to go left and right Justin because I think obviously he's going to be a bit wary of. I think we'll see Ricky P, but I think he's going to be wanting to rest him for the league.
Okay, well let's see what people are saying in the chat. Let's have a look. Luke Thomas on the left. Luke Thomas left back. A lot of people are saying Justin and Thomas. A lot of people are saying the same thing. I don't think we're going to see that one though, Ricky and Thomas. I don't think we're going to see that. I think we'll see JJ again.
That's just. I think it's something that you wouldn't want to experiment with, especially with
not yet
leaving your best player out as well. I think he's probably been your best player, James Justin.
Yeah, a lot of people have said Luke left, JJ right, so I think that's the one we go with what people are saying in the chat. Most people have said that, and we've sort of just discussed it. I think that looks like maybe I think that's good. Yeah, we'll stick with that. All right.
Do you know when people say that? Just quickly, sorry. Do you know when people say that James Justin should be rested? People, you got to like remember that he's really young.
He's a young kid. He wants to play every game he can.
Exactly. I don't think you need to be resting players at that age. I think when you get to Ricardo Pereira's age, and there's he's still quite young, Ricardo Pereira, but like when you get in a little bit into your mid-20s, you start wanting to be a bit more careful. But with James Justin right now, why shouldn't he be playing every game?
Exactly. No Wesley Fofana for this match as well, I don't think, according to what I've just read. But Soyuncu is available, and so is Daniel Amate. Don't forget, he can play centre back. He can play. I think he can play quite a few positions. To be fair, Daniel Amate.
I really don't want to see him. I don't want to see him in the league again.
I don't. I think he's a liability, Daniel Amate. But I'm going to highlight him that it's probably going to happen. Or it's going to be Johnny Evans. But if you play Evans and Soyuncu, one of them gets a knock, you've not got them for Liverpool.
Yeah,
which is a big game.
This is exactly what I mean as well, because it's going to be hard because of the Liverpool game. I think Brendan Rodgers is really going to want to beat Liverpool.
Amate, yeah, you're right, mate. Amate and Cags. A lot of people are saying Amate and Cags. A lot of people are saying the same thing, Amate and Cags. So I don't know.
It's a weird combo.
It's hard. Yeah, it's a weird combo. It's a very weird combo. I think that looks like a weak back, to be honest with you.
I don't think Soyuncu is been all that since he's came back either. I don't.
No, he's been finding his fitness again. No, he's not. He's not. I think his confidence is gone a little bit. Don't you think?
When the balls were coming in, you're so used to seeing Soyuncu be the first one on it, and I think he's kind of cowered behind whoever's playing with him in centre back, and you see him kind of drop to kind of back post and let the person run in and header it away, kind of midfield. I've seen Youri Tielemans header a lot in the box.
Well, speaking of Youri Tielemans, according to a lot of people in the comments now, apparently Youri Tielemans is injured, but I've not seen anything. I've not seen anything to do with Youri Tielemans' injury whatsoever. There's nothing come up anywhere that says that suggests
I think it's
that's
one person
happened.
who said that.
So I'm gonna have a quick look just to make sure I think that's fake news. Personally, I've not seen anything to do with Youri Tielemans being injured. So, but that looks like a back line that I suppose it's a cup. It's an FA Cup back line, isn't it? Is what it is.
Yeah, but it's not an FA Cup side. That's the thing you got to remember. It'll be all right playing this against Blackpool or bloody Nottingham Forest reserves, but this is a Premier League side and they're not going to go easy on you. I can see them going full strength.
Jorhad says play an experienced left back, Fuchs, against a Prem side. I don't think so. I think you got to get the young legs out like Luke Thomas. I think personally, that's
You'll
how
only
I
ever
see
see
it.
Fuchs. Only ever see Fuchs if someone's injured. I think that's the only time you'll ever see. It's just
And
like
don't get
Wes
me wrong,
Morgan.
Fuchs does a great job, even when he does get brought in. But no, I think that could look like the back line. Give or take, it's Johnny Evans over Amate, but maybe the Liverpool fixture is coming up at 12:30 on a Saturday. Maybe Rodgers is thinking, I'm going to hold out for that. Because Johnny Evans has been struggling with some muscle injury and a bit of blurred vision as well recently. So I think that's probably what he's going to play with personally. Who goes holding role? Does Ndidi sit back in? Wilfred
I
Ndidi?
think it'll be
Or do you
Chowdhury.
play Chowdhury or do you play Mendy?
You like Mendy. You told me loads of times before that you do like Mendy. To
I
play at
do
back.
rate Mendy. I do, but
But
he's not.
I prefer
He's not the
Chowdhury. I
tackler.
really do.
Yeah, he's not the tackler that Hamza Chowdhury is.
I don't think he's the CDM that Chowdhury is, and you might argue otherwise, but I think Chowdhury generally should sit in front of him.
You look now at the comments in the screen now, and you see the arguments between Mendy, Chowdhury, and Ndidi. You look, Ndidi's potentially fit to start, but I think he's going to get a run out more than anything. Ndidi,
Yeah, he's going to be fit for the Liverpool game.
Yeah, he'll get a run out and then be ready for the full match against Liverpool, personally. But you look here, from say Marcel the Legend down, you look at the names, Mendy, Chowdhury, Mendy, Hamza. They all argue. It's tough.
Sorry, Cam.
It's tough
Yeah,
to pick.
it is tough. But do you remember the last FA Cup game, and we were doing the watch along, and I said before the match, I said, look, Mendy, he looks like he's a better tactical CDM where he can pass the ball, he can turn his player and move forward, a little bit like Kante. But then, what happened during the defensive routine of a corner when all they did was put a ball across the box, and because you didn't have that defensive CDM to head the ball away, it went straight over his head, and they plodded it in. And that was against a side worse than this side. Don't forget.
Yeah. Like you say, they're both very good CDMs, but I think Hamza is a better tackler on the ball, a little bit better backwards. Mendy's a bit better forwards. Between the two, that's it.
Yeah, I think it would be a Mendy if it was a team that wasn't a Premier League side for me.
So in that case, we're going to go with Hamza Chowdhury based on what we've just discussed. So then obviously we're going to go Yuri Tielemans again because we've got to play him. There's no
no one else.
There's no one else. No, there's no one else that can play as good as him in that role. Although I don't think he had the best of games, to be honest with you, on the last one against Wolves. It was a bit quiet. But you're all allowed. Exactly. You're all allowed your quiet moments. So we go with Yuri in the middle. Morning, Ian. Welcome to the chat, pal. Then where do we go in front of those? On the left. Who's on the left?
I'm struggling with this one. I really am.
Because Barnes, although is great, we all rate Harvey Barnes. He's been a little bit off. I know he got his goal against was it Fulham, but since he got his goal against Fulham, he kind of died off during that game, and then he didn't really have the best games against Wolves. But does he play?
I think we'll see him. I do, just because I don't think you have many players that can take his position.
A lot of people are saying Barnes needs a rest, or Barnes. Don't forget, Michael Brighton is natural left as well.
See, that's a shout, but you got to look at it from Brendan's perspective, and I don't think this is a game he wants to lose, and I think he trusts Barnes.
Okay. It looks like a lot of people are saying under as well in the comments. I think we're going to be under. I think we'll see under.
Yeah.
I completely agree. I think under's going to get his game. He'll be.
I think it. And you know what?
He's been saved for the FA Cup, and he's been saved for Europe. You watch.
You know what though, right? Under will play, and he will have such a good game, and you won't see him at Liverpool. He won't even make an appearance, and that's the thing that I think we should make a show at some point about Under, because I've said many other times that I really don't know what's going on with those two. But he will have such a good game. I can already tell, and then you won't get a seeing for the rest of the season in the Prem. I really don't think.
It's annoying, isn't it? because he seems like such a
It
great
is.
player. Do we see Perez as a striker? Or do we see him
He's
as a
been
number
so
10?
bad.
Does James Maddison get a rest? Does Perez play as a number 10 role? I don't
It's
think
difficult.
so. I
don't
personally, I
think
don't
that
think so.
matters.
I don't think they'll rest Madders. I don't think they'll rest Madders. I think it will be Madders. Let's see what the guys in the chat say. Ian T says, hope not. I hope not either. Do not play Maddison, says Joe Hunter. Save him for Liverpool. Lesh
It's
Bella.
tricky. It is so
Someone
tricky.
says Lesh Bella. Can he? Is he a number 10 role though, Lesh Bella? I thought it was more again like a Yuri Tillemans player. I thought he was more of that role. I don't think he's a number 10, is he?
I don't know.
Oh, he is a cam. He is a cam according to the lads in the chat. He's a cam. I don't know.
I think we'll see. I think we'll see Maddis. I do.
Yeah. I think it's going to be Maddison. I think he needs resting for the Liverpool game, but he's going to get played. He'll get played.
Thing is, if you had a decent enough cam to rest him, I'd be like, yeah, fair enough, choose him. But you don't have anyone who's decent enough to fulfill that role.
Yeah. Don't forget, Yuri Tillemans can play as that number 10. He has done a few times.
Yeah.
But right, and now the big one. Get your chats in now, guys. Who's going up top for this game? Does Jamie Vardy start? Does he get a 40-minute run out, 30-minute run out at the end? What would you say? Would you say Nacho up top? Or would you go Perez up top? Who's playing up top for this game?
Do you know what I want to say? That's pretty interesting. Just quickly, I went to Tesco. It's completely a little bit irrelevant, but I went to Tesco's last night, and the news came on. It was something to do with Leicester City, and it could be a load of bob, but it was I think it was Capital or something along the lines of Leicester, and they said something like Brendan said that he's not interested in resting Vardy, as he's been showing great fitness since coming back, and that it's almost like he's never been gone. So that something like he's nearly 80% sure he'll be starting or something like that, which is pretty weird.
Okay.
Just something I've just heard that the other day. I just thought.
Well, don't forget, Claude Puel said that as well about Vardy when he was carrying an injury. He says, "I'm going to rest my Jamie Vardy," and then Vardy comes on, scores, and does somersaults and backflips, to the crowd.
It's just classic Vardy, isn't it?
Classic Vardy, bantering Claude Puel as well. I'm sure you've seen a video of Vardy as well, where he calls him a fucking knobhead because he's talking to Paul Pogba. Old Claude Puel. So again, we'll go back to the chat. We'll go because he's got a little bit of intensity, little bit of quality. Who goes up top, boys? There's a lot of Nacho here. Lot of Nacho. Look at it. Look at that. It's infested with nachos. I'm going to put all the comments on for nachos now. Look, Nacho, Kalichi, Nacho. Look at it.
You know what?
It's
I'd love to see more.
It's madness.
Than anything.
Nacho. Go on.
I'd love to see an inform Iniacho. What would that be like? An inform Iniacho.
Nacho army. Is this now the Nacho army?
What would that be like?
Well, he had a good run for Man City, but it looks like you guys have voted Nacho is going up top, which leaves us with the bench.
You pretty much
Wilfred
got most of it
Ndidi
already done.
You've got Wilfred Ndidi. You've got Vardy. Who else is available?
Jakubovic.
Yeah, he's available. Do you think Casper will be on the bench? Just in case. Because it is a fifth round. It's a fifth round. It's a fifth round FA Cup, mate. It's not taking a piss. This is a fifth round. It's a bit important. Is it on the bench, Schmeichel or Jakovic? Are we ever going to see Jakovic in goal? Ever?
Has he actually even started for you boys yet?
No. I don't think I've seen him play. Obviously, Michael Brighton's going to be on the bench, which puts Schmeichel on the bench. Right, who do you swap out? I'll tell you the big names that are missing here. Christian Fuchs is missing. Wes Morgan is missing, but he's injured anyway. Dennis Pratt, Castagna. That's it. There isn't really anyone else. That's kind of it. That is kind of it. I'll be honest with you. Michael Brighton's there. That kind of looks like what we've got left. That's the
Tavares.
That's the
Tavares.
Tavares. I can't put him on actually because I've not made his I've not made his logo thing yet. His PNG. I've not made it, so I can't put him on. I've got Ben Nelson. I've got George Hurst. I've got Darnell Johnson. I've got Ethan Fitzhugh, Lesh Bella, but I haven't made him. Our squad seems so weak, says Josh Shigo Clips. Yeah, it is when we've got so many injuries, you know.
But I don't think that looks quite like. Look at your starting 11, right? You've got Iñigo Madison, Under, Barnes, Tielemans, Chowdhury, Thomas, Amatis, Yunchu, Justin. All right, there's probably one, maybe two players on that starting 11 that I would probably not be like, oh, great, they're starting. I wouldn't be like, but that's a Martin Iñigo. But then look at your bench, right? You got Ricky P, you got Evans, you know, a player that has been through everything in every club and won trophies. You've got Mendy, who, you know, he's a decent player on his day. Perez, we all know what we're not going to speak about Perez. Ndidi and Vardy, or Brighton and Schmeichel. That's mad. That is mad. That's a good team on the bench.
We've got there is one player that I forgot. I'm going to drag him over. This guy, we've not seen him play yet, but Daly Campbell. Fonte Daly Campbell. He's a potential as well. I'm just going to drop him in there and just drop him out.
I don't think Michelle likes us very much because we didn't believe her or his Tielemans news.
Where was that?
Look, right at the bottom, unless he's been blocked already. Can you see it?
No, I can't. Oh, Winksy is a bit. Well, you're not far off.
Cheers, man.
That's all right, mate. You're top man. That looks like a decent size. Is there any changes you guys would make before we shoot? Because we're approaching the 23-minute mark. Is there anything else you guys would change? Anything? Get us in the chat. I personally, that's how I see the side. I can't see anything other than that. Kenga's undergoing on the right. I think we'll definitely start. Barnes will probably. It's going to be Barnes or Michael Brighton on the left, maybe. But
I don't think we'll see Brighton on the left just because we've not seen it all season. You got to stick with what you know.
Minan up front, says MG. That made me giggle. Swap Matters for Lesh Bella. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he'll start a player like Lesh Bella.
Lesh Bella's not even made an appearance yet, has he?
No, that's a sub player. That's a player that comes on as sub when you're 2-0 up. Right?
Yeah.
If you know, that's just the way it is. You've got to earn your stripe, ain't you? You've got to earn your start.
Exactly.
That's it then, lads. We're going to go with that. The same kind of formation we've been playing all season, just with different players in those roles.
I think we'll see a good appearance from. I think we'll see a Chowdhury masterclass.
Okay, masterclass Hamza Chowdhury incoming. I'm predicting with that side. I'm still predicting a Leicester win. But guys, honestly, thank you for joining in. Please hit click the link that's pinned in the chat. It will take you to the watch along show, which will be live tomorrow evening. We'll be live from about 7:10 on the channel. So please click the link and get those likes up on that. The more likes, the more of you will spot it. The more people will come in. The more people will chat. That's how we roll on this channel. We are a community. We're turning into a community. So it's all good, man. So please click the link and smash a like on the watch along for tomorrow. But there you go, Leicester looking like we're going to sit with Luke Thomas on the left, Justin on the right, and Martin Soyuncu. Danny Ward is going to start, according to us all and myself. Chowdhury, masterclass incoming. Yuri Tielemans, I think, will have a better game. Under, Hopefully he will get his start because he deserves it. He's an awesome player, and if he don't start soon, he's going to leave the flipping club. I'm telling you, he's loan. He won't want to come back. Madison in the middle, Barnes on the left, and Nacho up top. Thank you for everyone for joining in. Smash a like on the video. Please stay tuned for more content as we grow and go together on this channel. Big shout out to Winksy as well. Please go and follow Winksy at Winksy10 on Twitter. And please go and follow me at Lee_Chappie on Twitter and Instagram as well. I shall see you all tomorrow night for the watch along. I'll see you later, guys. Take care.